Hey guys, welcome back to my home studio. I really loved this squared sized format of this painting from last time, so I thought maybe we will paint on another squared size canvas. The canvas size will be a little bit smaller than last time, and the subject of this oil painting will be a diva holding a weapon. I still sometimes read the comments why I build my own canvases. First, it's very meditative, and second, the way I treat the surface of my paintings is way more different than the usual ones if you would buy them from the art store. That also means the texture of the paint on the canvas is different. It's all about personal style and preferences. And I also love the flexibility I have to choose and change the frame sizes at any time. Okay, now let me see. I think I bought this 4 or 5 years ago. Almost empty. Not yet. This beautiful canvas is almost done. Now I need to prepare the surface. The first layer is usually rabbit skin glue, but this time I want to use the alternative myself, PVA. I want to test it on this here first. Ooh, this is so pretty. Modern stuff is actually really nice. I usually don't need this stuff, but this is more fluid than the usual things that I use, and I have respect for new things. It's like milk. There are a few drops already. I set the timer on 3 hours, so this layer dries, and after that I will apply 3 layers of gesso. In the meantime, I will make myself lunch. This is red meat with tomato, cheese and red onions. I'm trying to make this super thin. It gets into the oven. This is how it looks. And it gets really watery very fast, so you have to take it out on time. I'm cutting it into square sizes. I also have some pumpkin soup. I've been recently also enjoying to plate my food in a nice way, so I enjoy it more. I'm also currently watching The Queen's Gambit. The PVA has dried, now gesso. Yesterday evening I built my tree. And I'm so excited to decorate it. In champagne white. I also found these stars at a local flower shop. Maybe over the next days I'll find a few more things, but that's enough for now. It's like painting. I will begin with the big ones and then with these. I am still decorating the tree and I got these bows. So these small drops arrived. Look, do you see them there? That's how they look. This is so pretty. And I put them on the ends. Good morning, guys. There's the tree. There's the canvas. I'm not going to paint today because I want to set up a mail club and I have to redesign my whole shop, so that will be my focus for today. I have arrived at the beach and I'm just walking around this upper place, not on the sand. This feels really nice because it's sunny and I get some fresh air. I was here for 1 hour. I'm going back to the train. I have zero motivation to begin with this painting, but it's always this way and it never changes. There's something off with this canvas. I don't know, it looks a bit more different than usual. Do you see this? This is horrible. Oh my god, I cannot paint on this. Maybe I'll apply a few more layers of gesso. I'll do that. It looks so different. Like, there's so many small bumps and I don't like to have any texture on my canvases. When I was at art school, there were even students who applied 7 layers of gesso instead of 3. I'll try to add 3 more. Downstairs is always colder than upstairs here in my bedroom, and I'm going to continue with the canvas here. It's so cold. It snowed today. I have my warm water bottle. Yeah, I can clearly see the texture is changing. I don't understand what is so different this time that I need more gesso. Maybe I was too careful to create a really smooth canvas, so I made it too thin. I am so glad I retouched this canvas. It looks so much better. This is how the canvas looks now. Because I made a bad canvas, this canvas is better than any other canvas I have made before.
The start of term banquet will begin shortly. What do you have to do? So did the...
Painting this face, I think for 3 or 4 days, I don't know, and I'm getting tired, so I'll move on to other parts and come back later. I have also bought a huge bottle of linseed oil because this one is already empty. when I'm editing my own videos, I see that I'm jumping around, that I can't really stay focused on one area and finish it. And I thought that's something because of I lack concentration or something, but I realized it's my brain seeking for dopamine, which is absolutely normal. Creating a painting where you have a blank area for too long causes anxiety, and my brain wants to relieve itself by jumping around, by filling out these blank areas. I couldn't concentrate anymore. I worked for too long on that phase. I wanted to see a result. I was seeking that dopamine from somewhere else. For example, I grabbed my phone way more often than usual. This morning, I did not listen to anything for 2 hours because my brain got its dopamine from filling out those blank areas finally. You wouldn't think it at first, but for me, these two paintings kind of have the same aura. You can interpret a lot into this painting, but for me, this is a really strong woman. Some people see a bit of seduction, but I see a lot of confidence because a wild animal trusts her. There must be something within her, right, that she radiates. I see that type of confidence there as well. You know, I'm also so annoyed by people coming at me and thinking just because I paint calm and cute things, I am stupid. That's why I want to paint some more provocating things. Maybe, I don't know if that's the right word. A lot of stupid people still think that women have to be a certain way. They have to role play. They have to be silent, they have to be submissive, and they are not emotionally intelligent, and they cannot lead because they are too emotional. Yeah, right. I have been hearing that type of stuff for so long, and because I heard it so often from certain types of people, I questioned myself and my abilities, which is dangerous. And that's why I kind of like to paint some more controversial and provocating art, because it also makes me feel more powerful and more secure in myself. Before I continue to paint the weapon, I will look at some weapon designs, but not from real life, from video games, because video games are way more creative and free in their design. I think I'll keep the weapon simple. Yeah, something like this. I swear, the amount of character development I had in the last 2 years here is insane. But I was also put into situations, you know, when you have an important exam, for example, and right before your exam, someone creates a fight with you, triggers you on purpose because they know what hurts you, and they do that on purpose to sabotage you. And I had that last year so many times. It's unbelievable. When this happens to you, the right reaction is no reaction, and knowing this person tries to sabotage you. And you must think, okay, because you want me to fail, I will success even more. I built anger and hate within myself, and I turned that into energy to become even more successful, to get the things done. And before that, I was crying, asking the person, why are you doing this, blah blah blah, blah. Discussing, but that's the bait. They try to get you like this. Just ignore it and know what they are doing, but don't tell them that you know it. I have such a headache because I am realizing what was going on in the last 2 years I was here. There are people who will try to drag you into their chaos because they are too lazy to work on themselves. And they will drag you in, even if it costs you to almost die. It makes sense why I'm painting this type of stuff at the moment, or why I want to paint it. Good morning, it's Monday, 6 a.m. Let me get ready and finish the painting. I also thought to give my figure a necklace because this space here kind of looks empty. But you see, jewelry makes things so exciting and interesting. This is psychological, so I finish the painting. First I'll finish the hand, the weapon, and then at the end, my reward, the heart-shaped necklace. Okay, from afar, you cannot really recognize this, right? So I'm going to slightly contour the surrounding of this object. I will make this edge a bit sharper and create a slight shadow. Okay, here I'm adding dimension. Do you know what the most challenging thing in this painting was? To combine all these different characteristics a human being can have. Here, this woman wears feathers, but she also carries something metallic, something heavy, and the expression is, you can't read it immediately. You have to look at everything and you will think, okay, who is she? Perfect. I'm so happy about this idea. Makeup brush from the drugstore. With this brush, I'm creating really soft feathers here on the edges. There are already two. I'll make here another one.